up? It's Lara. Welcome back to my crazy life. We back. Again, it's a surprise. I know, I'm as shook as you. Who? What? But you know what? We may not be back after this one because I'm about to talk about some stuff that I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me on, and I might cop quite a bit of hate for it. But that's okay, because you're not going to change my opinion. You're absolutely not. Like, it really doesn't. I just want it to be clear that, yes, I'm about to talk about something that is rather controversial, and as much as I respect other people's opinions, there is no chance on this earth that any of you will change my opinion on this matter. And I'm not trying to change any of your opinions on this matter particularly, but I do think I'm right, so you'll see. It's a little bit arrogant, I know, but with this topic, I feel like I kind of need to be. So today, we're talking about slurs. And I mean, like, all of the slurs, any of the slurs, every slur. From, like, you know, the N-word to, like, the slurs against the gays or the slurs against... I don't want to say any of the words in this video, even though my point is that I actually, in fact, in my life, would say all of the words. To explain it, I think it is going to come across easier and politer without... not politer. I think it's going to come across and be easier to understand without me actually using the words for people who are overly hung up on it. So, I'm not going to be using the words. But my thing with slurs, and like the reason that I'm talking about this is because I feel like a lot of people get like cancel cultured over things nowadays and get called out for things on social media. And it's just like, you don't know their story. So here's my thing. My personal opinion and my personal belief with slurs is that you shouldn't be allowed the color of your skin or the gender that you are or the sexuality that you are or that your neurodiversity, like your mental capability, shouldn't be the reason you can say a slur. It shouldn't be a pass. I don't think that every dark-skinned person should be allowed to say the N-word. I don't think that every gay person should be able to say the F-word. I hope you know what I mean. I don't think that every non-neurotypical person should be able to say the R-word. I don't think that it should be based off of you simply being that. I think that bigotry, which is what this all is, bigotry is a personal attack. It is an attack on you as a person, who you are. And if you're going to grab one of those bigotry words that are attacks against you as a person, and you're going to use that and you're going to take the power back and you're going to reclaim that word, I think it has to have been used against you personally, you yourself or your immediate family. You know, I think that you have to have felt the hatred behind that word to be allowed to say it. And via that logic, I don't think that it should then be strictly taken to people who outside look like they are those things. Because as an Aboriginal woman who has boasted about my Aboriginality and has been public about my Aboriginality, despite being literally white, I have been called a dirty N-word by multiple people, multiple times in my life. I've been called the R-word by a teacher. I have had every single slur that you could possibly imagine thrown at me. I've been called, I'm going to say this one because I don't think that anybody has any issues with this being said as much, but I've been called a dyke, I've been called the F-word, I've been called everything. And it's like, why? Because they know things about me and they're personally choosing to attack something that they know will get a rise out of me. And that's why I will take the power back of those words, because I know exactly how painful and how heartbreaking it feels when someone hurls them at you with that hatred. And I don't think you can understand the power, the feeling of, like, righteousness, I guess. I don't know what the right word is, but that feeling when you say the word and it's no longer an offense, when you're not being offensive with it, when something that has literally been used to offend you is now a power thing, is now something that's fun and something that's colloquial. When it's been used against you, that power dynamic, that take back, is a whole world different. I don't think that every rapper and every this person and every that person should just be allowed to use these words, because I don't think that a lot of these people have truly felt actual hatred behind these words. And it's horrible. You have no idea. Like, it is absolutely the worst feeling in the world. And I think, I get so offended, I get so upset that as someone who has literally been called on multiple occasions a dirty N-word for being out with family or for being at an event doing stuff for my culture, even though, and people say that we shouldn't even be allowed to use the N-word because it hasn't been used against Aboriginals, it's only been used against African Americans, and only certain types of African Americans should even be able to use the words because they were the slaves. Bigots don't care. Racists don't care that I'm not that kind of N-word, okay? They're still gonna call me it. You don't get to make the decision of who should say it based off the polite people, based off the good people. I think the bigots, if they're gonna throw it at me, I'm gonna throw it back. You know, I'm gonna take it back. And it's a really personal thing, and I really think that they should be assessed on an individual level, and we should stop just harassing people for saying these things. And I know I'm probably just going to get absolutely slanted on because everybody's just going to take this as a video of me saying I should say the N-word. I should be allowed to say the N-word. And I know everyone's just going to see that as this. But let me tell you right now, I'm sorry. You can all hate on me. You can all think that I'm a disgusting human being. But I say it because I have had it hurled against me. I have felt that pain. And I'll sing it in a rap song. And I do not care. Because I know exactly how it feels to be made to feel like less than because my people were here first and are darker of skin. Like, I know what it feels like to be treated like we were literally animals. Animals. Like, I mean, we were legally animals in Australia. And I've had people treat me like that's still the case. That pain, you can't understand it if you've not been through it. You cannot even begin to understand it if you haven't been through it. And there are just countless times that people slip up and, like, people say one word or another, and you're all just so quick to be like, oh, you shouldn't say that, blah, blah, blah. I know for a fact that, like, I have never uploaded a lip syncing video where the N-word has been in it on anything, because I know I'll say it. In fact, except for Snapchat. Snapchat is the only place I will sing a song where the N-word is in it, because I know I will say the N-word, and I know that people will hate me for it, because I know everyone on Snapchat knows damn well that I am Aboriginal, and I've had that word thrown at me so many times that if they want to come at me for saying it, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep living my life the way that I am. And the point of this video is I really think that some of you should assess the fact that these slurs, bigots don't care what you look like. They don't care if you look like you fit the category. If they know you fit the category, they're going to start using it against you. And if you've never had it used against you, shut up. And if you have had it used against you, I think you have every damn right. Every damn right. And for all these, rappers and popular kids that, use the words and all that kind of stuff, and their music and whatever, you are causing the problem, right? You know that, yeah? Like, you can't take back the word and then put it in popular music and then yell at everybody for saying it. Do any of you even know what it feels like to truly feel that racism now that you have millions of dollars? My baby's had enough. Anyway, feel free to discuss how you think or feel about what I've said. This is a pretty short one, I know, but I just felt like really getting that off my chest. And so, yeah, if you see me using a word that you think is offensive, go away. Or if you see someone using a word that you think is offensive, maybe take a second to think about why they're using the word. And if they're not using it in a particularly offensive sense, maybe reassess whether or not you need to rip them apart for a word. Because I really think that at the end of the day, it is intention that makes something offensive. Like, people say Australians are racist because of half the stuff that Aussies say. But the thing is that Australians aren't considered racist here because people aren't offended by those things. being offended is what makes something offensive. So, yeah. Anyway, I have a little small baby to deal with, and I guess I will see you all next time, maybe. Try to be nice in the comments. I don't imagine you will be, but, you know, if you guys want to have a conversation about it, feel free. Otherwise, see you next time. Right, okay, should I do this again? I think that worked last time. Hey, what's up? It's Lara. Welcome back to my crazy life, and I'm... Okay. I just nearly flashed the camera. I'm gonna redo that.